Hi, my name is Ashley Giffen, and this is my paper on Descartes. Doubt. What is doubt? Is it a feeling, a way of thinking, an innate mentality, or better yet, is it something programmed into us by some higher being? Although we may never truly understand what the term doubt actually is, or even where it comes from, we do most definitely know that it exists. It is in our nature to experience doubt on a day-to-day basis. Doubt is what Descartes was feeling when he wrote the Meditations on the First Philosophy. It was this feeling of doubt that led him to write 6 meditations, or as we call them, chapters, on the doubts he felt and his ideas to correct all known doubts in the universe. In his first meditation, Descartes focuses simply on the idea of doubt. He begins by firmly determining that he must once and for all seriously undertake to rid himself of all the opinions which he had formerly accepted. By voiding his mind of all things he once knew as true, he makes way for new truths to be found. His initial determination is not to doubt everything he has ever known or will know, but rather only to exclude the things which he cannot prove, to be distinctly and clearly certain. Through this reasoning, he manages to demonstrate some sense of sanity to his colleagues so as not to think of him as a complete imbecile. Only if he is able to teach in each matter to find in each matter some reason to doubt, this will suffice to his rejecting the whole. With this belief in mind, Descartes prevents himself from having to look at all matters of the universe individually, but rather he can start at the premises in which each matter is built on. Not only does this save him a lot of time, but it also adds to the validity of his statements and thereby his credentials. Upon further reflection, Descartes decides that the foundation for everything he thinks he knows has come from, for the most part, his senses. But are our senses entirely reliable? For instance, we perceive through our sense of sight that the sun is very small, but in fact, the sun is larger than we can fathom. Therefore, our senses cannot be deemed entirely reliable to ascertain truth from, although for the most part, our senses seem to be pretty substantially accurate. Descartes goes on to realize that even our dreams are composed of things that we have sensed during the day. If we dream of a glass of water, then that glass of water was not just derived from our imagination. We had to experience said water and said glass with our senses in real life. This brings him to further question, how do we know the difference between real life and dream life? What if in fact when we think we are dreaming, we are in fact awake? And when we think we are awake, we are in fact dreaming. This confusing idea of a dream has come to be known as Descartes' dream argument. By concluding that our reality might in fact be a false perception, Descartes makes the argument that all composite ideas and situations, whether dream worlds or real worlds, are false and must be questioned. However, general things like the eyes, a head, hands, and a whole body are not imaginary things, but things that really exist. In other words, the individual parts that make up all composite parts could not have been manifested in our imagination, but must be considered certainly true. Although physics and chemistry may be doubted, the basic mathematical principles that they were founded on cannot be. The mathematical principle that 3 plus 2 will always equal 5 cannot be questioned, and therefore may not be doubted, affirming Descartes' belief in the certainty of basic principles. But wait, what if even these simple ideas like eyes and ears are in fact false realities? It occurs to Descartes that perhaps, just perhaps, God has placed all of these false perceptions in our head. What if God has merely deceived us into believing that everything we think and we know is real? We do not exist, nothing exists. But is God not supposed to be supremely good and the foundation of truth? Why would such a majestic and supreme being deceive his creation? He would not. Descartes rather despairingly realizes that the supreme being must be an evil genius, not less powerful than deceitful, whom has employed his whole energies in deceiving him. The heavens, the earth, colored figures, sounds, are not but the illusions and dreams of which this evil genius has availed, in order to lay traps for his credulity. At this point, Descartes concludes that his first meditation with the firm belief that everything around him, including himself, is a false perception. These ideas have been placed in his head by the evil demon himself, in order to deceive Descartes and make his supposed objectivity of doubt an impossible feat. Thank you.